Halloween Day expects us to engage in the fun holiday traditions that evolved from thousands of years ago. Some activities are designed as such to set an ambience of creepy moods, enough to send shivers down our spines. Storytelling is one of them. Today we will look into 3 more scary but true stories that happen on Halloween. When an innocent mistake costs someone's life, it doesn't really get much more unfair than that. Yoshihiro Hattori, a 16-year-old Japanese exchange student, was on his way to a Halloween party with a close friend on October 31st of 1992. Yoshi, as he was known, decided to dress up as John Travolta's character from Saturday Night Fever. Yoshi and his friend were walking searching for the house that was hosting the party when they thought they located it. But they did not. They accidentally mixed up the numbers of the houses, where they knocked on the door with the street number 10311, whereas they needed to go to 10131. There was no answer, and as they started walking away, a woman opened the garage door and then closed it abruptly. Soon thereafter, the front door opened, and Yoshi started yelling with excitement, "We're here for the party!" But the man who opened the door was holding a gun. The man yelled "Freeze!" but Yoshi did not seem to understand him and started walking towards the door. The man then shot the boy and shut the door. Sadly, Yoshi lost his life too soon and very unfairly. He wanted to enjoy a Halloween party in the States for the first time. His parents were distraught and devastated for losing their son in such a tragic and unfortunate way. Soon after his wake, they also launched a campaign calling for an end to easy access to firearms. Rodney Pierce, the 30-year-old man who shot Yoshi, went on trial, where he claimed that his actions derived from self-defense, and in May of 1993 he was acquitted after a jury deliberated for 3 hours. This is such a sad story. Harry Houdini had an extensive resume as an escape artist, illusionist, and stunt performer, and his extreme stunts made him famous around the world. Houdini took pride in his work and always strived to discredit any fraudulent artists. He first attracted notice on a tour in Europe, where he challenged police forces to keep him locked up, and he would successfully escape. A famous signature stand was the Chinese water torture cell, where he was submerged head first in a wooden and metal box surrounded by glass and filled with water, with his ankles tied up. He was also known for his buried alive performance, where he almost lost his life when exhaustion and panic took over in his efforts to dig himself to surface from a grave 6 feet under. As soon as his hand resurfaced, he fell unconscious. However, none of his stunts were the cause of his demise. His official cause of death was seemingly deemed as appendicitis, but the events that transpired prior to his death had left many in great doubts. Around mid-October of 1926, he traveled to Montreal with a fractured ankle against doctor's orders to deliver a lecture at the McGill University. Few days later, on October 22nd, he invited some of the university students to join him to his dressing room at the Princess Theatre. His ankle was still bothering him, and whilst in the company of the students, he sat in a reclined position on his couch to ease the pain. One of the students who was there, named Jocelyn Gorton Whitehead, asked him if it was true that he could sustain punches in the stomach without harming him, something Houdini often performed. He replied positively, but was caught off guard whilst on the couch when Jocelyn went on to punch his abdomen really hard for 4 or 5 times. Despite his severe pain, he did not seek medical attention until a few days later when he had high fever and wasn't feeling well. He was diagnosed with acute appendicitis that required immediate surgery. Disregarding the severity of his condition, he went on to have what turned out to be his last performance. He collapsed right after, and following his appendix removal, doctors discovered that it ruptured days before, giving him no hope of survival. He died on Halloween Day of 1926. Theories still speculate what might have really caused his death. Were the blows in the abdomen a strange occurrence that coincided with the ruptured appendix, or was it the actual cause of his death? In 2012, Julie Keith, who was residing in Oregon, decided to open a graveyard Halloween decoration box she purchased 2 years prior. To her surprise, she found a note hidden between the fake bloody tombstone and skeletons. She realized that the letter was neatly written in broken English, but seemed genuine. Part of the letter read, As it turned out, the letter was written by Sun Yi, a 47-year-old former inmate of the Masanya labor camp, a prison-like system of so-called re-education through labor. But he was there without a trial simply because he was following a spiritual discipline that was banned in China. He and other inmates were working under inhumane conditions with over 15 hours of work 7 days a week, and with a pay of little over $1 per month. He wrote approximately 20 SOS letters in the slim hopes that someone would read them and try to help. As the letter gained worldwide attention through the media, thousands of prisoners were freed from labor camps. Sun Yi himself was free prior to this. However, his truly heroic efforts and life-risking actions was what saved other inmates. Sadly, Sun Yi died. His official cause of death was ruled as acute kidney failure, but his family was suspicious of his death and requested further investigation, which unfortunately never happened. Let's hope this brave man now rests in peace. The act of goodwill from the woman in Oregon saved thousands of others who were withstanding completely unfair and inhumane working conditions, and many of them were in the camp without really committing any lawful crime. Well done to Julie, who fought to get this out to the public. I hope you found these stories interesting, and if you did, I would appreciate you giving this video a thumbs up and join me for part 3 of this series. See you then.